Okay, hello friends out there in YouTube land. Michael Wilson Barber here, and I think am I at part 6 of this RC model plane build, old school. So I'm just about at the point where I'm ready to put coating on this, covering. We used to have monocoat, which is out of business. I might buy some on eBay. Or now they sell Ultra Coat, which I'm not sure. I'm going to have to watch a few videos on Ultra Coat, see if I really want to use it. So I have not built an old school plane like this with things like a X-Acto knife and wood glue and super glue in over 35 years. So I went with an old school kit, the Carl Goldberg Eagle from probably the 80s, was probably in someone's garage or basement or somewhere. It was a complete kit, but I was reminded of a few things. There's like missing pieces. Back in the day, if you got a kit like this and you had missing pieces, you could contact Goldberg and say, hey, I'm missing the aileron bracket mount nylon here, which I don't have anywhere. All the bags were unopened when I got it. And other things like this aileron push rod here was already pre-bent, but they want you to bend the other side, and they show using a pair of pliers to bend it. Well, that doesn't work. Even if you have a pair of pliers here and a pair of pliers there, it still makes this sort of curved situation. So I ordered a $30 like anvil vise made of cast iron on eBay, so I can bend these and make them straight. So stuff like that the instructions don't really show you how to do it well, you got to figure it out on your own. So there's other things like this wing here. Of course, these pieces are going to go back here. There's going to be 2 of those. But there were parts of wood here. It said find the 1/8 inch basswood piece, which I never could find. So I had to cut my own piece out of scrap. One thing I learned in the 80s is don't throw the scrap away, because you might be able to do things like this and find ways of doing it. There's just more than one way of doing things. So I put these pieces on and glued them with wood glue. And I used the Empire Strikes Back lunchbox and lamp to hold this wing horizontal upright like this while the wood glue dried for like a day. So there's more than one way to do things, and I'm going to go ahead and build this with the plastic windows here on the front and the sides. And another thing that will not be in the instructions is that I'm going to go ahead and sand around the inside edges of these windows where they go, because once you put the monocoat or the ultra coat in there, it's going to take away some of that space, and the plastic windows will probably not fit in there. So I'm going to sand inside there. So anyway, here's what we're looking at so far. I'm about ready to start coating this with monocoat or ultra coat, and mostly it's been fun, but you know, you have to think about what you're doing and measure twice and cut once. And I used hammers and wrenches and stuff like that for weights. Sometimes I use the T-pins, put T-pins here to hold this. Sometimes you put a weight on there to hold it, and you got to let the glue dry. And I used more wood glue than super glue. I only use the super glue for certain quick applications, but I got the wood glue on there. So anyway, hope you enjoyed this update. I'm losing sunlight, and I got the barbecue Weber grill going, And here's what we're looking at. Goldberg Eagle. It's going to be ready to fly in another month or two. We're going to have to get a radio control device, put the servos in, and figure out if I'm going to use a gas engine or an electric engine. I don't know. The trend seems to be electric, but we shall see. All right. Happy modeling out there, friends. As Bob Ross says, God bless and goodbye.